To you from the NFL Los Angeles newsroom with breaking news as we've been waiting for quarterback news for the most of this past week as we look ahead to the start of free agency. There has been a trade for the #1 overall pick, the Carolina Panthers and the Chicago Bears making a deal. For more on that, let's bring in NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport. We wanted quarterback news, Ian. Looks like we got some today on Friday.
I don't know if I should have seen this trade coming, but God, did the Panthers get absolutely fleeced. Alright, let's just break down this trade real quick. First off, the Bears fell 8 spots back to number 9 and got the 61st pick in this year's draft, while also adding 2 more future draft picks in Carolina's 2024 first round choice and their 2025 second round pick. And that's great and all, but arguably the biggest pickup and what makes this trade an absolute robbery is the addition of a top 20 receiver in DJ Moore. Now, if you somehow don't know who DJ Moore is, he spent his first 5 seasons in Carolina, where he was drafted with the 24th pick back in 2018. And this 6-foot, 210-pound receiver had 3 straight 1,000-plus yard receiving seasons, which sounds pretty impressive already until you realize that DJ Moore's been balling out with QBs like Kyle Allen, an old Cam Newton, Teddy B, PJ Walker, and Sam Darnold in that time frame. And then it hits how great he's been. And the wildest part about DJ Moore's production is that he has more career receiving yards than the Bears' career leader, Johnny Morris. And DJ is only 25. Now, I don't know if that says more about the Bears organization not having the best receivers, or DJ Moore is just that nice. And if I haven't gotten to the fact that DJ Moore has been an absolute Iron Man, with DJ only missing 2 games in his entire career, and that speaks volumes. And DJ wasn't only a good addition for on-the-field reasons, but a bonus to trading for DJ Moore specifically is that he's already under contract with the Chicago Bears through 2025, due to the fact that he and the Panthers were able to come to a pretty affordable deal last offseason at 3 years for $60 million plus, with almost $42 million being guaranteed. And the best part for the Bears is that this contract finishes and lines exactly up with Justin Fields' rookie deal, meaning that the duo is essentially guaranteed 3 years together. And another perk about trading for DJ is that the Bears' longtime rivals in the Green Bay Packers wanted the receiver a few months ago at the deadline, with Green Bay reportedly offering up to a first-round pick. And hell, if they were able to pull that trade off, Aaron Rodgers might not be a New York Jet right now, just saying. So, to say that the Bears landed a haul is an understatement. But how and who in the world pulled this trade off for Chicago? Well, the answer's simple. This trade was single-handedly the work of new GM Ryan Poles, who showed up and made a statement move off the rip. But I think Poles put it best when he said this.
We got a player like DJ Moore who can help us right now get better, continue to add weapons on our team. I was over the moon about that. And not only getting a great player, but when you get to know DJ here in a few minutes, you understand he's a really good person. He fits our culture and what we're trying to do and keeps that room and our team and our locker room in a really good place.
Now, when you take a look around the league, you start to notice this trend with young QBs who are going into their 3rd year, and their organization decides to either trade for or sign a superstar receiver for the guy under center. For example, just last year, the Eagles went out and got Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown from Tennessee. But they weren't the only team, because another former Bama QB also got a superstar receiver last season, with Tyreek Hill going to Miami to team up with Tua. Heck, we could go as far back as 3 or 4 years ago when Buffalo went out and got Stephon Diggs from Minnesota for Josh Allen, who was also heading into year number 3. And this isn't the only move Chicago's made at receiver, with the team also trading for Chase Claypool back at the deadline. The question is, did the Steelers rob him for the 33rd pick? That's technically the 32nd pick because the Dolphins lost their first round pick due to tampering. Yeah, the Bears got robbed. But the point is that the team traded for Claypool, and he's looking to be a solid number 2 wideout next year for the Bears. Now, I know that Claypool didn't look great for Chicago in the 7 games he played, considering that he only got 14 receptions, but I'ma chop it up to an adjustment period. Plus, how good do you expect Claypool to play when he gets traded to the worst team in the NFL? I mean, they got the first pick for a reason, not just because Lovie Smith was petty towards the Houston Texans organization in Week 18, where he coached the team to make a come-from-behind victory versus the Colts, in which the Texans essentially won on the last play of the drive with a 28-yard heave on 4th and 20. Just imagine what that one lucky catch means for not only the future of Chicago, but the future of Justin Fields. I mean, the QB has already drastically improved from his rookie season to his sophomore season, with the quarterback getting better at nearly every aspect of the game. Come on, let's be real. With Fields throwing for 10 more touchdowns last season and an extra 400 more yards, plus his completion percentage and QBR have taken a step in the right direction. And not only that, but Justin has gotten a lot better on the ground, making him a true dual threat QB, with Fields breaking records left and right. I mean, for starters, Fields snagged over 1,100 rushing yards with 8 TDs on 160 attempts. He got more rushing TDs than most running backs, but I digress. Alright, the team's made a handful of moves outside of just getting receivers, with Ryan Poles going out and spending some of their $75 million in cap space. But before we look at that, how about pausing the video to smash that like button and liking the video, because it goes a really long way with the algorithm, you feel me? Okay, let's just get back to it. Now, the Bears went out during the free agency frenzy and locked up superstar linebacker Tremaine Edmonds from the Buffalo Bills on a 4-year, $72 million deal. Now, this guy is an absolute physical specimen, standing in at about 6'5", 250 pounds, with a 40-yard dash of 4.54, and he's got 34-inch arms, just saying. Plus, at only 24 years old, Edmonds has made 2 Pro Bowls for the Bills, and he's getting paid $2 million less a year than what Roquan Smith ended up with. But he isn't the only linebacker the Bears signed on day one, with the team also coming to terms with Eagles linebacker TJ Edwards, who has been with the Philadelphia Eagles for his whole career, but he's been the primary starter for the past 2 seasons, and he's only 26 years old. During that time frame, he was their top linebacker with 289 tackles, 3 sacks, 12 passes defended, and an interception. Now, that great play is why TJ walked away with a 3-year deal worth $19.5 million from the Chicago Bears. Now, the last defensive pickup I want to talk about is DeMarcus Walker from the Titans, who signed to Chicago for 3 years, $21 million. Now, he may not be the best player signed today, but he is important because the Chicago Bears have serious deficiencies along the defensive line. I mean, they badly need bodies. Now, the positive for DeMarcus is that he's an absolute workhorse, big, powerful, and uses a good anchor with his long arms to clog running lanes. He had a massive breakout season with a career-high 7 sacks and was at his most dangerous when rushing from the interior. Alright, let's get to the offensive side of things, where I'd argue the biggest signing was guard Nate Davis, who's also coming to Chicago from Tennessee, but on a slightly pricier contract, with Davis getting 3 years, $30 million. You see, Poles went into free agency saying that he wanted O-line who are athletic, mobile, and violent, and Davis fits all of those boxes. Although the guard seemed to struggle with pass protection, he has made legitimate progress in 2022, allowing only 12 pressures on 145 true pass sets. Next, but definitely not least, is the latest signing by Chicago, as of this video, in Travis Homer from Seattle, who is coming in as a backup to Khalil Herbert, and the Bears are in massive need of running back talent, especially with David Montgomery on his way out of Chicago, with the former Bears signing to Detroit late Tuesday on a 3-year deal that's worth up to $18 million, which is way more than Chicago wanted to pay him. So congrats to Monty for getting his money. Alright. That's it for the video, but if you're interested in more football content, then click this video on the left about Carson Wentz losing everything. Or if you're a sports fan in general, then how about clicking this video on the right about why March Madness is the greatest tournament in sports. I see y'all next time, deuces.